Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. This live will be in English. How are you all? Today I'm gonna talk about money. Money, 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 money. Money. This live will be about to be or not to be money. Here we go. So lucky. Just waiting for him. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, we did it. We made it.
Hello, we did it. How are you, Max?
I'm great. Thank you. Very good.
Hi.
I love
I'm
that you have
here
your cat
today with
with
Max
you.
Zoulek, guys. Sorry?
I love that you have your cat with you.
Well, she jumped on, and I wonder, what do cats and animals know about money, right?
And specifically, what do they know about gifting and receiving and being and all of the things that like come before money?
Here it is. She's just contributing to our life right now. And where are you right now, Max?
I'm in South Africa. Because we live in the UK, we chose to go to South Africa for 3 weeks for a bit of sunshine. It's basically the same time zone, like 1 hour difference, but it's summer here instead of winter.
Yes, nice. And I wonder if the earth there is contributing also here and money.
I don't know if it's my reception, but it did break up a little bit. I heard about the Earth. The Earth is wonderful here and different.
I just asked you. I just said that I'm wondering if the earth there is contributing also to money and our life today.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's yeah. Isn't it interesting when we add money to different things? When we like you mentioned it a couple of times, you know, about like the cat contributing to money and what do they know about money, and also the Earth, because you can't separate money out from living, really, from my perspective. Like it really is our points of views create, and money is one of the things. Like also the joy that we're willing to have, the pleasure we're willing to have with our bodies, all of these things, we are either willing to have it or we're not willing to have it. So money is a very similar thing. And the main thing that I'd like to touch on today, and I'll put that in there a little bit at the beginning, is what if we didn't judge ourselves for any of it? What if we became aware of the points of views around money, for example, that don't work, that limit us, and we didn't add judgment to that? Like we could just be aware of it and not make ourselves wrong and not go into drama and trauma and not go into disaster and like how it's all bad and wrong and terrible and why it is that way, blah, 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 blah. We could just acknowledge it. And it takes a real strength to acknowledge the negative stuff around money that we choose, and maybe sometimes be with that for a little bit, and then choose something different if we desire.
If we
right?
desire, that's the whole thing. How much do we want to use the tools and everything to change our point of view? Instead of just judging ourselves that, oh, I do have that point of view and that's how I create my life. Look at what's working and not working right now. And, oh, what if I change my point of view here? What if it's just an interesting point of view? What if I didn't have to judge myself for this?
Exactly. Asking questions. Questions for awareness, not questions for more judgment.
Exactly. Exactly. That's, oh my God. I've been doing this too for the last few months. I am aware, I'm aware, I am aware, I'm aware, because when we choose to talk about money, we're gonna connect to all the points of view of everybody about money. So I just keep telling myself, I am aware, I am aware, I am aware. I'm just perceiving all these points of view and who does this belong to?
Totally. And the thing is about like being aware of everybody's points of views is like we perceive the loudest ones the most. And those loud points of views usually aren't ones of ease, joy, and glory, or like financial ease, or they're usually like the most distressed, you know, judgmental ones, essentially, that have the most electrical charge with them, rather than a sense of peace and space and ease.
And what if we didn't agree with this point of view, or didn't resist to this point of view, or just ask a question? Is this mine?
Yeah.
And what do I do here? What can I ask here that can change all this, instead of going again to the judgment of us? And how much we go to the stories of our lives, of everything we've done with money before, our financial realities before today. And if we didn't go to those stories, what can we create today from now on with the money flows?
Totally. Yeah. So everybody that's listening, how easy is it to go into a story about money? Like, you're aware of something or triggered into something, and then you go into story, rather than a question like Sylvia was asking before. Like, what choice do I have here? So rather than the reason justifications, just the stories, which solidifies a certain point of view, what choice do I have here? If I was going to choose something completely different, what could that be? Even, and you don't have to be aware of what choice that is necessarily, but it opens up to greater choices and doesn't take you down that rut into shit financial reality.
Yes. Interesting point of view. I have that point of view.
Yeah.
And we're talking here today, Max, because you're starting a program, How to Become Money Workbook program. Yay.
Yes. Totally.
And
so that's gonna go for 10 calls. Basically, and we're gonna go through the how to become. Oh, mine's actually out. Oh no, I have it here. I had it out in the lounge, but so this is the workbook here, written by Gary Douglas a long time ago, but it's still, like, no matter how many times you do it, it's effective. Like, I was reading it a couple of days ago, like a part of it, and I was just like, holy shit. Every time I read this, like, there's a sentence that you can read 10 times and it just keeps unfolding in terms of the awareness of how you can be with money, and just greater awareness, greater possibility for being with money and wealth. And because money really, I mean, money's a concept, right? It's not real. Anything in nature, you give it a note of money and it's uninterested, has no meaning unless they start eating it and decomposing it, because it's a source of energy. You know, maybe that. But it's a concept that we make very real and true and attach a lot of point.
Oh, I think you're cutting a little bit. It's cutting a little bit. That's all right. You're still here. I can hear you. Yay.
Just meowing you like your cat.
Great job.
So, but what is relevant around money for you? And that's a question for each of us. What is money for you? It's a sense of peace. Is it that it provides a sense of wealth and having? Is it that it, provides a sense of choice? Like, what is money for you? Because money is a concept, it's not real, but it does, quote unquote, mean something to us. Yes. And it's not so much about making the meaning real and true, but it's like, what is actually true for you? Rather than believing the concepts around money and everybody else's point of view about money, because everybody has them, what is it for you? And these are the sort of questions that this work allows you to get more, rather than continuously buy into what everybody else is doing or not doing.
And it's so funny because every time, like you said, every time we read it again, we go through new and different points of view. Every time I do it, it's different points of view. And this money book was written long time. One of the first, I think it was the first book that was done by Access, actually, Access Consciousness, and Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness. And every time we read it, we see how many tools, new tools we have on Access Consciousness, and everything that we see that's new right now, all the new energies, they were there in this book from 1996, 1980s or the 90s or something like that. It was always there, all the new things, and how much we had to work on these levels and to get to what we have now. We didn't have the clearing statement in this book.
Yeah.
It's so funny to perceive that, and it's so today. It's so actual. It's so all the tools today. We look at it and say, "Oh my God, I never read that before in this book." So it's such a gift to go through that and to have someone facilitating that. That's gonna be you. Yay!
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's going to be totally different and unique. I have no idea what's going to show up in that class, basically. But yeah, let's go. Let's see what we can change and what we can create. Because we create our financial realities. It's not something that just automatically happens. We have to create financial realities, like basically throughout our whole lives. And it's not that we have to like struggle through stuff our whole lives. It's just that we develop, like just like let's say a wine that develops over its lifetime, like we develop with our financial capacities, abilities, awarenesses over time as well. Like, interestingly, I don't know if this is more of a fact about compounding, but awareness is also this kind of like compounding thing, like money can be. But Warren Buffett made 99% of his wealth after he was 60 years old, right? So he because compounding kind of goes like this. And most of the money he made after 60, and he's like 92 now. So I find that's a really interesting kind of like fact, quote unquote, but it happens with a lot of other things in our lives too. Like awareness, like I mentioned, is it might feel like we're doing a lot of work and a lot of like energy input into something, and it doesn't seem to yield that much. But we're also, if we stick at something long enough, like the willingness to be aware and more conscious, like it really does develop this foundation that you get for having so much more ease and capability for, forever, basically.
And just for the ones that are here in the live and listening and watching these guys, if you've done this money book before, look right now with us here for the first time you've done it and how you are today with your money flows. I remember my first time. It was, I don't remember when was it, but probably 6 years ago or something like that I started.
Let's talk about
doing
our first time.
Let's talk about our first time. I love it. And first time with money, I love it. And it's completely different. My financial reality today has completely changed, and it wasn't from day to night. From the first time I've done it, I've been working on the tools. I've been looking at the points of view and changing it. And every time we do it again, we see other points of view, we work on it, and we change more and more. And we start creating, like Max was saying, that how much can you change right now with everything that you know that you didn't know before?
Yeah. And because another thing that, I don't know if it was Dane or Gary that mentioned this, but choice creates awareness. So you've got to make a lot of choices with money to have more awareness and discover, what your financial reality is and what works for you. Because there is infinite ways of generating money, having money, being with money. And it's a discovery for you how that is. Like one of the things that I've discovered is that I actually don't like risk that much. Like I thought I should, and there's more like return on it, and there's like, but I actually don't like risky stuff that much. So that's something I've learned about myself, and now I'm like learning more about what that actually is, and maybe that'll change too. So, but it's something where I bought other people's points of views a lot, and like, oh, I should, and like this whole not quite get rich quick point of view, but not patience, and not really like being with money. It was always like getting money.
And be present with what you said right now. What works for you? If you try to see other people that got rich and millionaires and things, what they did, maybe it doesn't work for you. And if you try to copy that, it's not going to work. It's not going to create your
Totally.
reality like them. You're not like them. You're such a different being. You're just unique. So what works for you, really? And look at it. Look for the thing that's going to be ease for you, ease with money. That's going to make you joyful with money, to play with money and allow money to come. Money is so not linear. So allow
That's a
money to
fact.
come to your life. Huh?
That's a fact. Money is not linear the way it works.
Not at all. And we want to have this A plus B equals C that's going to resolve all our lives. Actually, not this life, but all the lives with money. But it's not how it works. And how does it get any better than this? What can we create from now on, looking at our point of view and choosing different?
Totally. One of my asks for this class, for my financial reality, is what would it take to be way more in question? Like to never really seek the answer with money and with having and my reality, and have way more question, like the greater quality of question, you know, for me to be that. So I wonder if you guys interested in this How to Become Money workbook, or you're going to do it by yourself again or with somebody else. What is it that you would like to ask for and have more of, you know, with this?
And just ask yourself, if you choose this, how's your life going to be in 5 years? If you don't choose this, how's your life going to be in 5 years? And just perceive the energy and what's going to create more in your life. Maybe just getting the book and doing by yourself. Maybe it's coming to this program. Maybe it's choosing something different. What is going to create more for you from now on? Yeah. And we do have this program with Max starting on the 20th of January. I don't know when you're watching this, but we're going to start on the 20th of January of 2025, just to make this clear. And we will have translations. Yay!
Yes.
Wow,
Portuguese,
how does it get better than
Hungarian, possibly Arabic. I mean, it depends on what people are asking for, basically. Yeah.
So are you asking for this? If you're here, are you asking for this? So what else is possible now? What else, Max? Do you have anything else to tell us about this?
That's it. Thank you so much, Sylvia.
Thank you, Max.
Always great to have a chat with you.
Guys, we're going to have the translations in all the groups also for everybody. And in my link tree, in my bio here, you can check the link with the country price for Brazil. It's on my link tree right now. So if you have any questions, you can get a hold of me, Max, and everybody that's working on this beautiful creation. And what if we could allow money to come into our lives right now?
Totally.
That's all.
Thank you so much, Sylvia. Thank you, everybody.
Beijos, Max. I'll see you soon. Enjoy
ciao.
there. Have too much fun.
You too.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.